This is an urgent appeal from the Disasters Emergency Committee. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled their homes to escape conflict in Ukraine, leaving jobs, belongings and loved ones behind. They need shelter, food and water. You can help. To donate online, search DEC or text radio to 70150 to give £10. Thank you.
Streaming 24/7, this is Brum Radio.
Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
I'm Dave Massey. I'm joined on the telephone by Wendy Mae Brown, who is playing Becky in Waitress, which is at Birmingham Hippodrome from the 16th to the 21st of May. And this is a touring production, which is on tour until the 20th of August. Good afternoon, Wendy. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Dave. I'm fine. You've just called me on the day after our Liverpool opening.
Yes.
And our first days are always a full tech run and almost top and tail the show. Mm-hmm. So I'm lying in prone position watching Judge Judy.
Brilliant. And what's been the audience reaction to this production in the time that you've been in it?
Oh my Lord, I've never known anything like it. I mean, I've done Ghost, I've played Oda Mae,
yes,
and I've done Rent,
yes.
But this one is something different because I think it appeals to older women
mm-hmm.
and women who are going through things because it's a very intimate musical. It's not like a big flashy Broadway thing. It's very intimate. It talks to women who are thinking about having an affair, just a bit tired of the husband, just
mm-hmm.
a bit, it's that kind of demographic. And so it's a different audience, but they're loving it. Mothers bring their daughters and, you can tell they're all going through something because they're sobbing away at the end.
Wow. And what a brilliant production to be in. I've heard, I haven't, as I said to you before the interview started, I haven't seen this myself before. I know it's about a pie maker who dreams about happiness. This is what it says in the blurb that I've seen. And then a doctor appears into her life. When these sort of worlds collide with people, I think it's really exciting because you sort of seeing the disruption to people's lives happen right in front of us during this story, and there's always something that triggers it. What do you think about as you say, the people coming to see this, maybe sort of older people perhaps? Do you think that they are bringing younger people with them, or are they bringing their peers with them, would you think?
Well, I must quantify older. I'm not talking, I'm just talking about women who have had these sort of experiences.
Yes.
You wouldn't expect to see a 16-year-old. God, I hope not. But on the whole, we do get quite a spread. I would say from about 30
yes.
onwards, and we do see some youngsters as well. Mm-hmm. And the show is, as you say, it does sort of ask what's going to happen next. The plot of this is there were 3 waitresses. We all worked together for years and years. Jenna, played by lovely Chelsea Halfpenny, is a battered wife, basically. Mm-hmm. A battered wife.
Wow.
She finds out she's pregnant and she falls in love with the doctor, basically. And we, as her friends, Becky and Dawn, are going through our own things as well. My husband, I play Becky, is an invalid. I'm bored. I have to change his diaper 3 times a day. So we're talking about quite an ill man. And then there's Dawn, who is the youngest of the group, who's decided to go on a dating website, pen pal sort of thing, because she wants to meet a man, but she's very, very particular. She's put everything has to be lined up. She's almost got, what's it called, OCD? Mm-hmm. So we all help each other like that. We're all going through it together. But Jenna's story is that she's rescued by the doctor for a short time. And she starts imagining what it would be like to be with him. And she goes off in her own world because her own world is so awful that she just bakes and bakes and bakes to forget.
Do you think audiences might be surprised that it touches on such serious subjects during this production?
Yes, I think they are, because it looks all so sweet. I mean, I was surprised by it. I know of Waitress, but I'm just doing lots of other things. They finally sort of said, can we get Wendy in? And I said, yes, and I love the show. So I said, oh, right, I'll do it. But I really thought it was just a bit about baking pies and a few women, but it really does delve into some pretty bad things, really. I mean, battered wives are just nothing to sing about, really, are they?
But also there is song to be found through those characters as well, and I find that really interesting in terms of the people that have said that they want to come and see this, being excited for it, and the fact that it does reflect real people's lives must be just really wonderful to see on the stage. Did you say you'd seen this before the tour itself, or was it?
No, I'd never seen Waitress. Wow. I've always been working ever since it's been on. It's open in the West End, it's toured and everything like that. Now, I only joined the cast in the end of March in Plymouth. They've been going since last year.
Yes.
It started in last July. So I'm kind of a new girl to it all. But it's very easy to know what's going on in the show, and it's lovely to build up the relationships with the other two girls, because we're three women in crises, really, and we're just very great friends. And I don't know if that was where your question was going. I think I might have lost my train of thought. But
that's okay.
That's basically what it is. And it's lovely to see that. And I think the audiences love to see that. It's just very... The thing about it is it's very sweet and accommodating, but there's more to it than that. It is sweet. Baking pies is a sweet thing to do, but that's where it stops. Lots of things happen in the show. It's obviously hitting a note.
Yes.
It really is. People love it. They really do.
Do you have a favourite sequence during the show that I should look out for? Is there a favourite moment that you really like to either watch other people doing or performing yourself?
There's so many great things.
Yeah.
I like the opening number, Opening Up.
Mm-hmm.
I like it because it's very conversation. It shows the day-to-day life of waitresses. Opening up, a new day, hiya, how you been, thank you, come again, na, na, na. It's like that, which is what you think long-term waitresses' lives are really like.
Yes.
And that's what I like. I like the opening number. It's not a big, flashy sort of wow, knock them out of their seat number. It just immediately puts you into the world of a long-term waitresses. And thank you. That's a lovely tip. Oh, he just gave me 10. Oh, he only gave me 3. You know what I mean? It's like that. Yes.
And that sort of industry can be very unforgiving at times, because you have to put on a happy face after having a difficult situation straight away and pretend like something hadn't bothered you. And I always find it really interesting, that type of industry. Is this play musical? Is it set in America?
Yes,
Whereabouts
it is.
It set?
It's in America in the deep south. It's late 80s. I think Thelma and Louise kind of era. We're dressed like that. The men are in lumber jackets and really fairly unflattering waitress outfits that you probably wouldn't wear today, although otherwise they'd complain. And, just waitress outfits, all clean and with a badge on and everything like that. And yes. So it's deep south, so we got to get our accents on and all this kind of thing. But yeah, it's very recognisable, it's like a diner, a diner stop, whistle, green tomatoes at Whistletown and all that sort of thing. That era. Yeah.
I think of the cafe in Twin Peaks and the lady that serves all the coffee and the cherry pie in Twin Peaks when I think of that kind of late 80s, early 90s kind of environment. And that always makes me think of hardworking industry, independent coffee shops before huge chains came along. So that's be something that's going to resonate with me quite well, I think. I always like that sort of...
I think it will. And the design is great as well. You'll recognise exactly where you are. It looks of the period, and there's nothing jarring about it. And there's some gorgeous outfits and things, that's pies wonderful. And everything like that. It's all
that's wonderful. And have you been in Birmingham performing since the pandemic, or is this your first time coming back since then?
No, this is first time since the pandemic, yeah.
Because you'd been on tour. Yeah. Did you say you'd been here with Ghost before?
I've been to Birmingham quite a few. Ghost, Rent, any sort of musical that is going, Stepping Out, I did hear.
That's
a couple
amazing.
of years ago, I think. So, yes, I love Birmingham, actually. I love the proximity to London because you can get back on Saturday nights. Usually when you're on the tour, you have to leave on a Sunday. Yeah. But I love Birmingham. I've got quite a few people here, friends there.
Catch it while you're here. That's absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Yeah. Well, we're looking very much to welcoming this production of Waitress and yourself to Birmingham.
Oh, my goodness, you're going to love it.
So thank you so much for bringing it to Birmingham with us. You can find Waitress on waitressthemusical.co.uk. You can also check out birminghamhippodrome.com for the details of tickets that are still available. There may be some tickets still available. I know this was a delayed production in terms of the dates coming to Birmingham as well. The production comes from the 16th to the 21st of May, and it's then touring until the 20th of August. Wendy Mae Brown, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us about this today.
Thank you, Dave. It's been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to seeing it. I think you'll love it. I think you'll absolutely love it.
Brilliant.
I really do. It's been so nice to talk to you.
Brilliant.
Take care.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.